Hey, howdy, we're back. Last time, we entered the town of Boring Springs, and we stepped in some doo-doo. Because it's still too early in the video, so I might get flagged. Right, let's continue with West of Loathing. So, last time we got started, we fought a goblin. So we got locations on the maps. Ooh, that's quite a bit. 1890, eh? Make your own damn guide to Boring Springs and its environs. So I remember in Kingdom of Loathing, and you started out with a fairly small map with like a few locations, and then it basically sprawled out to become a lot bigger with sub-locations, stuff like that. Like you basically probably didn't have time to visit everything, and like questing was sort of like halted. And I know roughly that this is not like that, so at least it's that. Alright, let's get back into it. Get lost. So we helped this guy out. We need to find a shovel. Now this guy told us that there was a shovel near... what do we got here? Dusty Turnip, what do you do? Increases muscle physicality and moxie by 1 for the rest of the day. I mean, it probably doesn't hurt right now. You dust off the turnip and eat it. Now you understand why people don't tend to eat raw turnips. Turnip fueled, yep. Oh. Right, okay. That seems fair. Dynamite. I reckon that's a useful one. Examine the speak softly and carry a loud stick. You examine the dynamite. It got an end you light and an end that blows up. Okay, just checking. Bag of homing oats. Alright. We only got one needle so far, so it does use the needle every time. Now, I do have some money right now, which means that I can go in and try my hand at a bar game. I can also... I found this mug. Howdy, good to see you again, Rain. Much obliged. Just worth it, howdy. Well, mission accomplished, I reckon. Alright, let's... These two are playing poker, or at least they're trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Can I play? They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat, let's play. You put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s plus a 2, a 3 and a king. I don't remember my stats. Can I check them like this? No, I cannot. Okay. I know enough about poker to know what a good hand is. You can definitely work something out of this. That's six cards. Well, must not be the kind of poker that I'm used to. I think what I'm used to is called 5-up poker. Okay, let's try and bet aggressively. Yeah, I'll bet 15 meat. They look at each other nervously, but both call your bet. Okay, read 'em and weep. You show your pair of 10s plus 2, 3, 3 king. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks and 3 aces, and the gal on the right somehow got a straight flush, 2 through 6 in hearts. Do we have anything in hornswoggling? I don't know, but let's try it. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points, to the gal on the right 20, and yours 25 plus a king. And the king represents, oh hey, look over there! They look, and when they look back, they don't notice the 10 meat missing from their piles. You collect your winnings, stand up, and they thank you for helping them learn the game. Oh, I may be a bad guy, and I think I'm okay with that. Alright, so I guess This is where the shovel was. Let's head there first. Okay. This is where Bill said to look. Hey, look at that! A shovel. There's still some meat ore in this cart. Score! Oh! That's free money, basically. Ooh. It's instructions for the cargo elevator. This mechanism is labeled Cargo Elevator Control. A poster on the wall behind reads Level 1 Blasting Cap Storage, Level 2 Plungers, both kinds, Level 3 Tools. I don't yet know what to do with this, but I probably can return later. Ooh. I keep forgetting that you can also click and move in this. This looks dangerous. At least there's no plunger hooked up to it. Alright, let's plungers. Plungers. The sign lied. Though the sign lied though. There's only one kind. Alright. Hook up the plunger to it. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you've hooked up a plunger and strung it a fair distance away. I don't have a blasting cap though. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I'm pretty sure that I need it. So. Might turn the sounds. Yeah, that's better. It was a little bit loud in my ears. I could just turn down my headphones, but I don't want it to come out too hot, too loud in the video, so alright. These crates are all labeled blasting caps. The period is part of the label. That is why it's inside the quotes like that. Dang it! It looks like you need a crowbar to pry one of the crates open. Alright. We'll get a crowbar. Oh, it's a toolbox, but it's locked. You manage to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. Hooray! Well, now we're out of needles. Gonna have to keep that in mind for later. Blasting cap. Add a blasting cap. Boop. Okay, you've succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger. This makes you nervous. Huh? Kaboom! Alright, well. Ooh, that's a horse. Ooh, a silver nugget. Alright, hello horse. You see the dark horse, barely. Hey there, girl. Okay, it's okay, I'm a friend. Winnie. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like a crippling introvert that's away from you. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. You reach out to pat her nose. The horse ducks and steps further back into the shadow. Oh, come on. Nay. There you go. Yum yum. She sidles away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Eat those yourself. Look, they're fine, see? You take a handful from the bag and toss them in your mouth. Ugh. It's the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you'd have ever eaten. Still better than dry cat food, don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jeez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine. Can I pat her on the nose? The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee, so that's something. Winnie? The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of the oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around to look, but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay then. I like how the sort of, oh, what is this crack? You bend down and shine your lantern into the crack in the rock. You can just barely make out the square shape down there. Well out of arm's reach. Looks like somebody dropped a small metal box into the hole, though you don't know if that's to hide it or to discard it. If you're truly desperate to find out what's in there, you could try reasoning with the rock. Your primary argument would be a bundle of dynamite. Perhaps you could persuade the hole to widen enough to grab the box. Well, I only have one dynamite, so... Alright. Well, I think we got what we came for here. Don't know if there's necessarily anything else. Well... yeah, there's no other places that we can send this thing. Right, but we are now short one needle for lockpicking, which is a little, that's not great. So I did see that there was a dirt pile over by the Billy Cactus Bill, or whatever his name was. I think his name was Cactus Bill. Here. Yeah. They've recovered a mug. Alright, that's money. Might as well hand it in. That's not where we hand things in. I found these mugs. Oh yeah, it's 25 each. Who, me? What the heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, razzle-frazzing machines can't trust him no more than a cotton-picking horse thief. Uh-huh. I'll take that old silver nugget off your hands, if you like. Give you 81 meat for it. Sure. He smiles and hands you some meat. Fine and dandy. Pete squints and points at the unrefined meat ore you're carrying. You ain't seem like someone that got much use for unrefined ore, stranger. I'll buy it for you for 73 meat. Sure. Pleasure doing business with you. Pete's eyes narrow as the gears in his head start to click. He fixes his gaze on you, and a tick in his eyelid seems more pronounced. Listen, kid, all this stuff what I've been buying from you, you've been spending time on the ground, ain't you? Well, you listen to old Pete's advice. You stay out of old hole if you know what's good for you. The stuff down on the 14th level that ain't worth messing with for a fellow who wants to keep his eyes, if you catch my meaning. Not sure I do, but thanks. Well, we just been through two ore hole mine, and there sure was no 40th level, but I reckon that's probably some sort of challenge. Now, I do seem to remember that for each horse we would turn in, we would also be getting a prize. Hey, I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. Alright. You said something earlier about an injury. Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I'm gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd you do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office, said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic? I see. Well, we so happen to have something called Nurse Brand Whiskey. So that might be interesting. Offer whiskey. Hey! Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey. Your favorite, am I led to believe? Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. Ooh. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Not until you give me that whiskey you promised me. Alright, fine. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is greying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if somewhat bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey. Stat. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Okay, point taken. Alright, TNT! Wow, shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace? Maybe. The stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning, or she never cooks. Hey Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that they're going to do you much good in this doom-forsaken hellhole. You should try being less cheerful, Docs. You survey the books on Alice's shelf. They are all medical textbooks, except for a few. The Legend of Curly's Meat? Let's go through them from the top. Goblinoid tongues, right. Oh, I could have learned Goblin. Well, the Goblin is very much dead now, so... Ugh. Well then. Lives and Works of Fred Ferguson. That I don't know what that means. The Legend of Curly's Meat. Is that? I'm presuming this one is basically I can obtain more meat from questing stuff and stuff like that. And this one is I know how to speak Goblinoid. I'm not sure about this one, so let's take it. Oh, I can get all of them! Oh! This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it you mostly find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. At least there are some useful appendices in the back, and some diagrams of appendices. Nice. Alright, Curly's Meat. The book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not in the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. Ugh. Oh! You start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually got so engrossed that by the time that you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you also know that blurf is Goblin word for hour. You have learned to speak Goblin. Sort of. Okay, well, that was... Hehe. Doc Alice is continuing to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything alright? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out, and I can't talk and drink at the same time, so... She glances at you meaningfully. So, what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one and I'll drink to that? Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering round like puppets with half the strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Nope. Well, just count your lucky stars and stay out of the town cemetery then. Is there anything to the cemetery? Hello? Okay. The cemetery, eh? But could we buy more dynamite? Hello, Braid. Dickering. I don't have that. Let's go to the boneyard, see what's up with that. Ooh. No boneyard without coffee. Alright, let's see. I found Zephaniah boring. He was actually a really interesting guy. Yoink. Money. Benjamin Crockett. He showed up way too early. Okay, yeah. Alright. Beauregard Skeleton, Captain 3rd Cavalry. So we can fight the skeleton. Let's wait with that just yet. A skeleton? You're not getting past it without a scuffle. A scuffle it is! Oh, now I deal a hole. Oh, that's because I now have an actual pistol, not just finger guns. Can a skeleton be poisoned? I don't know, but I think deploying a snake could be fun. Oh, that's a hefty amount of damage. Well, the snake isn't exactly grand, but it keeps me from getting harmed, and I'm okay with that. Okay, that guy just wouldn't stay put. Oh, that's a spooky horse. Hello. Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky, translucent horse. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there, I'm a friend, okay? Nay. That's a little strange how you did that without opening your mouth. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you'd want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Still cold. Still cold. I know the kind of humor that that Kingdom of Loathing hath. So there is a chance continuously doing this might actually be, quote unquote, not the right decision, but lead to some kind of funny line, or maybe even some kind of treasure or bonus. You get the idea. Ah, fine. Here you go, girl. Have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Urgh. Please don't look at me like that. Try the oats again. But the horse continues to ignore you. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Winnie! Is that a yes? Weird, okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them and then eats them. Nay! With that, she glides away in the direction of town. That's bizarre. Well, Timothy Qa'Rajh. What? Devoted husband. Elizabeth Qa'Rajh. Beloved daughter. Silas Qa'Rajh. A baby. Alright. Well, it doesn't seem like there's more here. I mean, there is that one. Is there anything... I have a feeling that there might... Alright, let's see if we can't fight this guy. 20 hit points, that's a bit more. Definitely gonna need an extra bit of... Oh. Yeah, so he will attack the snake and not me. Which means that I can just... Pow! Ooh. Gold tooth. Alright, well, let's see. Hornswoggling, lockpicking, and Deadeye. Alright. So, I believe... 5 or 6... Yeah, that's definitely better. Also looks kind of cool. Don't know if we need the broken board. Probably not, but let's... Well, we don't have a means of getting rid of it just yet, so... We do, however... have a horse to turn in. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. I don't want to get a horse just yet. Alright, let's see. How much time have we spent? We have a couple of minutes left, so let's go to the Thousand Snakes Gulch. Well, just one snake thus far. Ow, dang it. Ooh, one of these rocks is really shiny. Shiny rock. Alright. This snake looks sleepy, but not that sleepy. 10 hit points. It's not too bad, but... Oh, this would actually instantly kill it. Wapow! Oh, so I automatically do that when fighting snakes because I'm a snake warrior. Alright, that's cool. Dang it. Another snake? Well, it's not called the one snake gulch. Could you stop? Could you stop that? That's not particularly very nice. Habooski! Get stepped on. Why is that a pie? Okay. This snake looks really angry. You're gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one. I'm good at tricks. Okay. Oh, why do you ignore snakes? I mean, I guess because you're a snake. That actually makes sense. Alright, I think we're fine. Yeah. No need to worry. Oh! This horse has gone snake crazy. Or maybe he was some kind of crazy before. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Renee? Look him in the eyes. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in the socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now. It's clear that you aren't actually made of spiders, though. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit, okay, a lot, but seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around that skull of his. That's a good boy. Are you hungry, boy? I got a little treat for you. Enough. You feed the crazy horse some homing oats, and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather a... Hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Okay, cool. Is there anything else here? No? Okay, just a bunch of snakes and a horse. You don't have to walk all the way back there. I know! But if I'm not walking back there, we're not getting the funny walks, are we? Okay. Well, let's get the rewards. Thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Not that I noticed. That's all of them. Can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Thank you. Well, we're not looking to buy a horse just yet because I think that leaves town. Right. That's... Oh, oh yeah, we did actually pick up a mug or two. Right. That's it for this episode. Until next time, take care.